Hello, and welcome back. It's Saturday morning here. It's also the 1st of January 2028 in the game. So we're going to get started again. So last year, in game, we managed to get some chickens. We have sheep, because that was part of the tutorial. For some reason, I've loaded today and the tutorial progress has been reset. So that's another little thing that I'm going to report to the devs for this. Again, it's not a broken thing. It's just a status thing. So a lot of the things that seem to not be working is just kind of when you load up, it doesn't recall a prior state of things, like the music, for example. So let's get back in going mode. I hope everyone's weekend is starting off nicely. If you're just waking up, it's 9:30 here in the UK, so I've been up for a while. It's the benefit of having a dog. So what are we going to do? Let's check out the contracts first. So what contracts have we got? So if we get 2 more contracts, we're going to get an achievement. So we're now achievement hunting. We've done the tutorial. We're now achievement hunting. Zucchini. How are our fields sorted for zucchini? Not at all well. What is it that's mismatching? Too cold, sunshine. Let's have a look. Too cold. It wants 21 to 40 degrees C. Okay, so that would... we probably get it there. Lack of water, obviously we could deal with lack of water. It's still only a 53% fit. So zucchini doesn't look like a good crop for us. Okay, so now let's check out what the other ones do. Other contracts. 10,000 asparagus. So we need to get some bigger fields to do some of this stuff. So I'm not sure we're equipped for these contracts, unfortunately. Which is a shame, really, because it'd be nice to have a smaller contract that we could do. We could try for the asparagus and carrots. But we're not going to get 2 contracts done this year, I don't think. So that's going to give us a good payout. So asparagus and carrots, we know we've grown those 2. So let's get something going. Asparagus. May have to do multiple plantings of asparagus, but might have to do some carrots in between. So we shall on that. Too cold. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's a 58%. What would go 66%? We're gonna go with that. We're gonna start. So that should net us how much? How much I reckon it's gonna net us? I see. We should get less than storage space 0.79 of a ton. So not too bad. Good morning, Diamondback. Good morning, Vam. I am indeed on early. I said I was going to do some bonus streams over the weekend. I don't normally stream Saturdays and Sundays, so I'm fitting it in where I can. So let's do that. Then let's give it a little time. Then let's do that. So that'll give us some time to fix things with this soil and stuff. That'll give us some carrots, and that should give us a nice amount of carrots, hopefully. Then we'll do a little bit of time again, and we'll do some more asparagus. Okay. So now let's go to a big field. We've already got plant set for ryegrass and wheat. This field is going to follow about a month behind, and we're going to go asparagus and carrots. We'll set that to asparagus again. No, that's going to be too late. I think it's going to be too late. So let's go with ryegrass there, because we've got another field over here. Did I confirm that one? No, I didn't confirm that one. Okay. I didn't realise that it kept them on hold, as it were, if you kind of clicked off of it, and I like that. So we'll put the ryegrass in there as well, just to help the field recover. So this field, we're going to go in the middle there. Asparagus, carrots, asparagus. So I think... Okay, so I think we're now planned. So if we look at our field overview, you can see we've got them nicely flowing, so we're not trying to work on all the fields at once. We've got a little bit of a conflict between ryegrass and asparagus there, but we'll see how we go. So go slow speed, and we're going to start getting...
All hands brace for impact.
That field is not ready for... No, that's not the field. That field is not ready for animals on the pasture yet. That field is also not ready for animals on the pasture yet, so we've got to keep the animals in, but fields need to recover. This field is going to be planted with asparagus. It is... We'll give it a quick spray for weeds. This one, I think we're going to... Oh, that one's got ryegrass growing on it right now, so that's fine. We'll wait for that to finish. And this one looks optimally ready. We might just give it a bit of a zhuzh with... what's it? This one needs some nitrogen. But it's planned for ryegrass, so that's fine. So we're going to leave that as is. Just going to give it a spray for weeds. Where will I plant the money trees? Now that's a very, very good question. It's a very good question. I'm also going to have a look at what we're going to plant on here. Because we haven't looked at dewy shrubland. I'm wondering what dewy shrubland would look like if we... Oh no, we got that one for the chickens, didn't we? I was wondering what it would look like if we looked at it for the chickens for this one. It would do 4 chickens. Now let's go back to field. Actually, no. We'll leave that for the chickens. That's fine. So we've got a chicken pasture times 2. We've got sheep pastures times 2, which is good. So then we don't have to worry about that one. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, so how are you doing, Diamondback? I hope you're well. And all good. So let's go... What are we waiting for? We're waiting for some seeding to happen. Why is this one there? Oh, asparagus. Okay, it hasn't recognised that the asparagus is coming. The asparagus is coming! That field's gone up in value. So let's get going. Spraying started. So was that spraying that one? It was. I think we sprayed this one as well. Just spray all of the sequence. Ooh, wrong temperature and no sunshine hours, but that's ryegrass, so it's okay. Good morning, Badger. How are you? I hope you're well. So for anyone that hasn't seen any of the streams over the last few days, and obviously going, hey, that's streaming in the morning on a Saturday. What the hell's going on with the world? I'm doing a few extra streams today, this morning, and tomorrow afternoon early. Because this game comes out on Monday. So I'm just trying to give everyone an opportunity to see it for what it is. It's early access. We're finding a few little details, and it is details. It's not anything that stops you playing. I.e., I've loaded into a save game where I've completed the tutorial, and the status of it has been reset as though I hadn't done the tutorial. Not a big deal. So Diamondback is okay. How is the Fabbot? I am good, thank you very much. I thought I was actually going to have to kind of not do the stream because I woke up with a headache this morning, but I've managed to get it to go away, which is always a bonus. We like headaches that go away. They are the better kind of headaches. Oh, 1 second. It's better. So just to again to be clear, I got the game under the beta, so I've got a beta key for it. I'm not being given anything to kind of do the extra streams. I just thought it would be nice for anyone that was interested in the game to see the gameplay and to see. I've done 4 hours worth, so to see another 4 hours worth, so double the amount before they can consider whether or not they want to kind of pony up some dough on Monday. But yeah, outside of that, that's about it. Really, like I say, I'm enjoying it. It's similar-ish to Farm Manager, but it's different enough because obviously it's open world-ish, and you kind of pick your location on the map. So yeah, happy times. So now we're just waiting for seeding things to happen. Seeding asparagus in 6 days. You see those two, they're close, but they're not quite too close, hopefully, because it's 23 days and 25 days, so we should be okay for those. Sometimes you get a conflict between kind of work tasks, and it then cancels out your crop, and you have to go back in and put it back in. So this is our plan for the year so far. '28. Let's let the ryegrass finish up on there. Preparing seed for asparagus. Got our little tractor. Bouncing up and down on the field. Bouncing up and down on the field. So your stages of preparing the fields, you've got ploughing and cultivating. And your tractor needs to be an appropriate size for the size of the field. You obviously have to have the plough and the cultivator. And those are optional. They help reduce weeds. What we're doing right now is doing the seedbed preparation, which is, yeah, you just need a seedbed preparator and a small tractor. And then we'll be seeding away. This obviously is the slow speed. I said that there was an update to it yesterday. I didn't see an update this morning. There was an update to it yesterday when I logged on. And ever since then, there's a few things that have been slightly different. One of which is you see a visual of the tractor going back along the roads, which I don't recall seeing before that. So it's still very much work in progress. Well, I say work in progress, very much being worked on. Let's not say work in progress because that implies different things. So, and yeah, this location-wise, this is in Luxembourg, just outside Bertrange. And that's where we are. So how's everybody's Saturday going, or if anyone's still up from Friday night? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So let's look at the loans again, see, because we only had some small loans. Yeah, we've only got that one's slightly better, 80,000. I wonder if 80,000 will allow us to take this field. Because we're going to get 140,000 from that contract. So I'm half tempted to take that 80,000 loan and sort this field out too. Badger says it's too early to say currently, but you have coffee, so it's off to a good start. Excellent, Badger. I had my coffee slightly before streaming, because I have one of those fancy schmancy bean to cup coffee machines. That's the word. So we're going to take this loan. We haven't taken a loan before, so we're going to take that loan. We're going to buy this field, and we're going to figure out what to put on it. Plant. I think we'll go with asparagus to start with, but we'll do that ever so slightly later than the others, because we do need a lot of asparagus. So we'll do that, and we're just going to plant asparagus on this one, I think. Going to give it a break, then we're going to plant more asparagus. Give it a break, and then even more asparagus, I think. No, that's too late. See if we can bring it in. Let's confirm those two. Excellent. Let's now check that on our field overview, see if we've got some conflicts. No, we should be relatively okay, I think. So we've got a new field. Let's see what we need to do with it to get it ready. Anything? Nope, looks good. So we're going to leave that one as it is. Oh, and what we are going to do is we're going to plant ryegrass over the winter. Okay. So we're back now. Let's see. Just go up to normal speed. See our little tractor carrying the seedbed, driving back along the road, and then we see our dude seeding dude, doing this seeding dance. So there we go. So that's that one field prepped. I don't think there's anything else we need to do on it. We'll keep an eye as best we can. So part of what I'm looking at is achievements. So I've been looking at the achievements today. So you get an achievement for finishing the tutorial. So we got that yesterday. Thumbs up. You get an achievement for finishing one contract. Then 10 contracts and 30 contracts are the next levels up. You get an achievement for playing for 10 years. Playing for 50 years, playing for 80 years. Get one for buying all the machines. You get one for going insolvent, which is great. You get your initial achievements. You get one for buying the first field and placing your farm for the first time, which is cool. And then you get one for buying all the storages, and you get others for when you get crops that you manage to get it right and you harvest and it's at 90% health. You get one for the first one of those, the 10th, and then the 50th. So lots of achievements. I'm imagining more will probably come as the game moves on. But yeah. So we have we seen it? We've finished seeding. It's too cold. The asparagus doesn't like it, but there we go. There's our dude running along the road. Run, dude. Seeding dude, running on the road. I don't get excited much, do I? So we've got ryegrass being sown in 11 days. Oh, hello. What was that? That was that was a sub from Wolfman. Thank you. Twice in a week I've heard your voice on a morning. I demand compensation. Apologies, there is no compensation fund, Wolfman. You will have to suffer. But thank you very much for the resubscription. Badger says, "What the hell, Wolfman in the morning?" I know. He actually made a special effort. To kind of readjust his time frame so that he could come down here and see Das. Yeah, Wolfman. Not Wolfman. Badger kind of is asking whether or not Wolfman has made a mess in his bed, which has got him up at this time of morning.
Here I come to save the day.
And there is the traditional entrance for the Wolfman. Oh, I haven't given a shout out for Badger either yet. Do shout out for Badger. Sorry, Badger. So there we go. There's a shout out for the Badger as well. Both, Wolfman's a competent streamer. Badger's a good streamer. So, okay. Wolfman fell asleep on the sofa with the PC on. Oh, well, there you go. And then you got to wake up listening to me come on the stream. Yay! Well done, Wolfman. So, I'm one of those annoying, cheerful people in the morning. So when you're not a morning person and you're just kind of in that groggy state of, I'm the one singing, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And, yeah. That's what I do to my friends. So, making up to Fad, you prefer coffee or Das's biscuits and gravy? Well, yes. As discussed, Badger's got his coffee. I already had mine. And Das's biscuits and gravy have, I've got the packets, but her biscuits and gravy have gone back to Colorado, so they're asleep right now. Most likely. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. 3 days to the ryegrass there. 5 days to asparagus there. 29 days to asparagus there. So we bought a new field. For anyone that was in yesterday, we've bought an additional field here. We've changed this small field that we tried strawberries on and failed. We've changed that to a chicken pasture. Just because I'm punishing it for being evil. And we are trying to get 10,000 kilos of asparagus and 3,000 kilos of carrots this year to make a nice amount of money from our trading contract. So, you're very welcome for the shout out, Badger. Always a pleasure. You know I love to raid into your streams when you're going. It's it gives the folks that watch my streams, it gives them a different type of gaming because I don't play a lot of the games that you play, but that's fine. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. So this one's preparing the seed bed. So we'll see how we go. We should hopefully have enough people to do this, because it should split them. If Badger's not on, they have to put up with me, says Wolfman. Well, I try to even it out. If I've raided one person a few times, I try to raid a different person. If there's someone that's only got a few people, I try and raid the person that's got the smaller audience at the time. It's all just You almost can't predict who I'll raid because I mean, it's not consistent. But I try to make it different if I can. So there we go. So we're now seeding asparagus on this field. We need to come up with some names for these fields because they've still got the default names with the exception of this one, which is our first field. So if anyone's got any names for our different fields that you want to suggest, by all means go ahead. I think we'll call this one Clucking Lane. Clucking L for short. Call this one the Cluck Run. So that's 2 done. Wolfman says, I try not to predict you. Got as much chance of predicting Wilson. Well, that's very true. Very true indeed. But he's actually he's sleeping on his bed at the moment. He's being a very good boy. So, of course, just for good measure, let's... where are they? Where did they go? Put some Wilsons in the chat. Because why not? Okay. So what we're gonna do now? So we're seeding that. That's growing, so that's got 40 days left to grow. That's got plenty of time left to grow. Speaking of the devil, hi to Wolf, says Vam. Possibly a devil. Definitely a wolf. Yeah. Let's go a little bit faster. What it will do is if we get to a major event, it'll go back to slow speed. Like it just has. So it's now seeding. What's it doing? Oh, we're preparing this field now. Oh, I didn't do anything to it. Oops. We'll irrigate it and put some potassium on it in just a moment, because I forgot to do that, because I'm a derp. So let's go. Oof, man. This is an automated message. I am not here if a Dane is about. Oh, dear. So it's got seed bed. We wait for it to plant. I'm going to put the irrigation going so we can solve the water crisis. Good morning, Resender. Thank you very much for the raid. I see you've been playing Roots of Pacha. Welcome. Welcome to you and all to your raiders. We're playing a Global Farmer, a new game launching on Monday. And so we're basically a few years in. So we started in January 2025. And we've got a big contract this year for 10,000 kilos of asparagus, 3,000 kilos of carrots. So we're currently going through planting and preparing our fields. The concept of the game is it's basically a top-down management game for farming, but you pick on the globe, you pick where you want to place your farm, and it uses the OSM map data to create your farm. So we are just outside Bertrange in Luxembourg, mostly because I used to work in this building right here. So we've put our farm right beside it. Because why not? Why not have a little bit of memory? So I hope your stream went well, Resender. I don't normally stream on a Saturday, Sunday, but I'm doing a little bit of extra in the run up to the launch of Global Farmer, just because I felt like it, and hopefully giving people a chance to view the game, see what it's about. Right, so we've watered that. Let's put some potassium on that. Let's put some water on that when we can. So we're basically managing the nutrients and resources as best we can. You can't change the pH values, so when you've got a pH mismatch or soil composition mismatch, there's nothing you can do to change that. But when you get like the irrigation or lack of nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium, you can manage that. So. Wolfman found a new way to get to sleep. By the way, just think of those games that Dare gifted. Okay, well, that's a rather grateful attitude to be having, Mr. Wolfman. And Resender moved a couple of days in the Stone Age. Oh, nice. I haven't played Roots of Thatcher, so that sounds good. And as long as you're enjoying it and getting the best out of it, that's cool. So we are now seeding our new field. We just bought this field. We took a loan out and purchased it. As I'm expecting by the end of the year we'll make even more money from our contracts. Still too cold for the chickens to come out. They're waiting for it to be 12 degrees. But we're still only in March. So there we go. Pop, pop, pop. So yeah, it's too cold for the sheep to come out as well. So they're still eating. So we've got 4 chickens, 6 sheep. And they are eating wheat and ryegrass from our stalls. So again, if you start playing this and you're going to do the animals, make sure you create the food. You need to farm the food. At the moment, there isn't a way to purchase food and just bring it in. So I have suggested that. I've put it in the suggestions box because, hey, that's what you do when you do beta on these games. You kind of give suggestions, and if you find something that's not quite right, you let the team know so that it can be fixed. So yeah, it's a rather beautiful day again. 5 degrees C. So we're getting towards it, and we'll be hunting after some achievements as we go forward as well. So we get all these messages. I'm just going to get rid of. A couple of hints for anyone that does look to get the game at the moment. When you go in, just make sure you go into the settings, general, and turn on your autosave because it's off by default. So if you're like me and you might forget, then just kind of make sure you do that. Otherwise, you might come to regret it potentially. But I have to admit, I have not had any in-game crashes. The first 2 times I loaded it, it didn't load properly. But after that, it's been as stable as you'd imagine. Have a few pauses when we're dealing with stuff up in the calendar window thing up here. But outside of that, it's been all good. Badger was going to suggest Wolves highlights. And Wolfman, out of respect for the for some of the language that I don't tend to generally use in my own stream, has said he will reply to that one later. And Badger owed Wolfman a dig. Most likely, Wolfman does. He gives as good as he gets, so it's all fair. It's all fair. Got to have a little bit of digging at Wolfman. And that's a field that we want to get as well. But that one's going to be spent Seaver because that's coming up for 500,000 500,000 squiduros now. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we waiting? What's next? So we've got asparagus growing, we've got asparagus growing, we've got asparagus growing, we've got asparagus growing. So we're going heavy on the asparagus. A lot of these plants, I'll just show the field overview. So we're going asparagus, carrot, asparagus, with the exception of our newest field, which is going asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. So hopefully that sorts us out with the things that we need. You have a video link you can send for that one. We'll DM it to him. Okay, fair enough. Okay. So I think we're now... Let's just check. That one's getting a little lower on those things. It's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Let's see if we can put some nitrogen on there. And some irrigation. Let's planned it for the next day. That's good. So hopefully we'll... As you can see, we're down to 38% health on that crop, which we knew it wasn't going to be great because we planted it in
All hands brace for
a bad
impact.
time of the year. But that's as it is. So apologies for those of you on Twitch. Within the next few minutes, you're probably going to see an advert. Good morning, Quizzy. How are you this fine and glorious morning? I hope everything went well when you went to collect your daughter yesterday. We're back. We're back with it, as you can see. Okay, so that's sorted out the water. And okay, that's good. Home safe and sound. Excellent. So that's good. So we're now, let's say, coming into harvest time for this one. Good morning, Quizzy, Queen of the Diamonds. Well, there we go. Just because Quizzy can fish better than you, Wolfman, don't need to be kind of jealous. Okay, we're starting our harvest on the first field. So we'll just zoom in so you can see a little bit of that. So it's hand harvest on this one for the asparagus. Admit, I haven't done daytime streams because I've considered whether or not to do daytime streams probably more during the week than the weekend. But with so many of you about, I might actually make Saturday morning a more regular thing. Because I'm usually on the computer playing games anyway. So, and it's nice to have some company as always. Because you know you guys are great. With the possible exception of one of you. Wolfman is not usually about it this time. Yes, indeed. Dad, can you not stream instead of Old Man Wolf? Oh dear. There's always love in the chat. Always love in the chat. Okay, so let's see how much asparagus we end up getting off of this field. Because it's going to go carrots next. Okay, so we've got 476 asparagus, so that's not a lot, but it's better than nought. So we're now going to... We'll just do an NPK fertilize to get that going. And then we'll plan to kind of irrigate it as well. Try and help it recover in between our... And that's why I've left a gap in between so that we can remember to do these actions and get time to recover the field, just a smidge. Quizzy is just up. Coffee. Ah, indeed. Indeed, I had my coffee before I started. My coffee cup is still here, and the dog hasn't actually asked to... Well, he might have done. I might have ignored him. He didn't ask to... He's a coffee-drinking dog, which comes with all the joy that you might imagine. But no, he loves to kind of have the dregs out, the remainder out of the coffee cup. Bless him. Spotted bass on SA for daily. Quizzy's dog loves carrots. He eats carrots as well. In fact, I've got a carrot out in the... there's one carrot that I didn't cook for Sunday roast that I may end up with giving him, because he'll enjoy it. He was when my mum was growing carrots in her back garden, he was digging them up and eating them. Bless his little heart. With a baseball bat. So. I'm hoping we get some better. Wilson the Furry Hoover. Yes, indeed. Speaking of which, our little Luke, he should be there. No, it's not pointing at him. Let's have a look at the... There he is. Because he had noodles last night. You peel strips of carrot to put in, and she sat saying, "Hurry up and give me some." Yeah, yeah. If she's anything like Wilson sits. He has his favourite spot is right by the hob and oven, so he is always in the way because it's in the way for the oven, the hob, the chopping board, everything. So, and he just lays there and he's going, "Yeah, what are you doing? What are you going to do?" Bless his heart. Okay, so now we're harvesting the ryegrass. And this is in preparation for this field now going over to summer wheat, which will give us the crop for our chickens. Let's just check how much we've still got in storage. We've still got 9. So we might need new storage for that, actually. So since we've got 9, I might actually kill that. And we might put asparagus on there instead. Because I don't think we're going to have enough asparagus. Going to go there, like that. Okay. Confirm, and we shall handle that. Because we've still got 9 tons of grain from last year's harvest, so I think we'll go with asparagus to help the mission. Because he's thinking of doing curry today. Nice. That's in response to... Badger's going to nip up the town and get some curry. Yeah, cool. I'm not a curry fan myself, unfortunately, but if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Can't say much fairer than that. So that field is ready for carrots. Excellent. That field is still growing. That field is still growing. That field is still growing. Let's put some NPK on there. Although it's probably a bit late because it's about to be harvested. Oh, Badger's going for a jalfrezi. Okay. So spicy. I don't know the spiciness of the curries. Although having said that, I did used to get invited when I was on the ship to the Gurkha curry, so Nepalese curry. And that was always nice. Man likes a nice Thai green from time to time. Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat. Now harvesting over here. It's all stations, all stations. So we're harvesting on 2 fields at once. Like I said, we've got 4 workers. We might need to increase that again soon enough, but we'll see. Da-da-diddy-doo. So just waiting for seeding the carrots. It's still too cold for our chickens, but the sheep... It's also too cold for the sheep, really? Surely the sheep should be out. Oh, no, that's because the grass hasn't recovered. We haven't opened up the fields. So it's not too cold for the sheep, but we haven't opened up the pastures for them. Lizzie likes mild. Yeah, why not? I mean, for me, spicy, mild spicy, I like the jambalaya, so a Creole. And in fact, I actually managed to get, for the first time for a while, the Creole sauce that I use off of Amazon, so I ordered that. So Wolfman prefers Oriental spice to subcontinent spice. Fair enough. We all like what we like. Do do doodly do do do. Wolfman also likes Old Spice. Well, I'm sorry, Badger. I do have to disagree with you. I really have to disagree. Wolfman does not like Old Spice because it's too young for him. For Wolfman, it has to be ancient spice. Wolfman has happy memories of my jambalaya, or however it's spelled. It's J-A-M, but the rest of that's fine. Wizzy, like Korean and Mexican spice, not so keen on Indian curry, fair enough. Weatherbrig tractors with a lot of wheels. So let's go in and have a look. We're still very early game-ish. In terms of the larger tractors, the largest tractor is there. Obviously, we can't afford it right now. But yeah, there's not one with extra wheels. So we've got what we've got at the minute. But it's all coming. I'm sure there's more stuff to happen. So not quite what emote Wolfman's put in there. It looks it's like a bear with a kind of flower in its hair, so maybe he's happy. Who knows? Who can tell with Wolfman? He doesn't know how to use his words. When he gets upset or happy, he just goes into that kind of prehistoric mind of his, and it just kind of shuts down his vocal and speech language centers, as it were. It's a common problem. It's rag on Wolfman morning, 'cause he showed his face. Says ouch. Well, it's all good. It's all good. Wolfman knows that even the most barbed of comments is given with a lot of affection. So, okay, so we've got our carrots over here now. Carrots are lacking in sunshine a smidge, but otherwise doing okay. Got carrots coming then shortly, so we'll just replenish this field. I think we've got it replenished. We'll just give it another spray for weedages. We're harvesting this field. So we're really, really not doing a lot of asparagus, so we really desperately need this field to kind of come up trumps. But we'll see. If we don't make the contract, I don't know what happens, actually. I don't actually know what penalty we would get. Other than just the failure of doing it. So this one, harvesting asparagus. Be putting NK back on, and then irrigation, and then that. I do like that, how it's actually planning those sequentially for the next few days. That field's ready. We haven't sold any of our animal goods recently, so let's go and have a look at the marketplace so you can see that. So we have 612 eggs. We're going to sell those for about 1,000. 918 kilos of wool, 41,000 from that. Thank you very much. The rest of it we're keeping for now. So we just made some money. It's all good. We like making money. Ching, says Quizzy. Indeed. Indeed. So we're prepping that field for its carrot seeding. That field's prepped. That field's growing. This field's prepped. So we really are just kind of managing it and keeping things ticking over. If you can manage to get the fields aligned to the crop, and you get a harvest when it's more than 90%, that's an achievement get. So you've got to make sure it matches quite well. So you probably need to have something where you haven't got these silt, clay, and sand mismatches. But it's a shame. Have to go through many different fields, I'm sure. As you can see, the sand differences there, clay differences there, sand differences, clay differences. You get all of this information. Just go through different fields. And you can actually, the stuff that looks like forests, you can also kind of purchase that as a field and make it a field. Which is like, oh, 4% difference. That's pretty close. Thanks. 1.2 difference in pH. Sounds like something Kurt was doing in his tractor last night with the soil. Yes, well, he was indeed sampling the soils rather than soiling the samples. But there we go. That's a different kind of a stream. So. So that field is ready. Yay! That field is ready. Yay! This field is ready. So we're ready for the next round of seeding. This one's being harvesterized. So we're getting there. We are making progress on the asparagus, which is why I did multiple plantings. Once this is done, we'll NPK, or irrigate, and weed spray. Excellent. So now seeding there. We're still harvesting here, apparently. Which is good. I hope. Fingers crossed for a good yield. So we've got more carrots in the ground. More asparagus. What should this one give us? Tell us. Thought it did somewhere tell us. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm missing it. But we'll get there. Okay. This one's going back to asparagus again. So now we're doing the field turnaround actions. So we've got another 708 asparagus, so we're up to 2,000, so we're 20% of the way. I think. Yes. It's only the middle of the year, and we've got a big field that's going to go for asparagus, which hopefully will make the difference. We'll find out. We will find out. I think we're almost halfway through the year, so we should be able to make it through to the end of December. And we'll be looking for 2029 tomorrow, early afternoon. Yeah. I think it's about 1:30 I've kind of put in my head to stream tomorrow. Okay, so seeding in 7 days. That's done. Preparing seed bed for asparagus. Yes. Excellent. It's not too cold for chickens, so why are they not out? Oh, because they're over here. Okay, they're over there. That's fine. Chickens are out. We can... Oh, we've got the sheep are allowed out on the pasture. They must be down on this one. Are indeed. And it does kind of self-manage the pastures. When this one becomes... When the grass levels on this one is too low, it'll push them over to this one and disable that one. So, and then I think when it gets back up to 100%, it re-enables it. So it manages it well. Of course, I tend to go in and kind of manage it a little bit myself, but that's fine. So, this is the manual, not the machine seedbed preparation. Got more seeding for asparagus there. That field is ready. Excellent. So it's going really well, actually. I'm getting into the swing of this. It is a little bit of a learning curve, but that's fine. It's not terrible. And hey, that's part of the game, is learning how to play it. But the tutorial does a pretty good job of explaining that, so we're fairly well grounded. The only thing it didn't necessarily do was prepare us with getting feed for the animals. But that's okay. Don't know quite why we're still seeing the previous crop on there, but there we go. It's a bit of an artifacting thing, I guess. So carrots are growing. Carrots are growing. Carrots are growing. Yay! So we should definitely get the 3,000 kilos of carrots. It's the asparagus that I'm worried about. It seriously is the asparagus I'm worried about. So I'm not worried it's going to come and attack me in the middle of the stream, but I'm more concerned that we're just not going to hit the numbers. So we shall see. Yeah, so anyone's got any questions, I don't know everything about it. Mutant asparagus. Yes, indeed, Wolfman. Anyone's got anything that I haven't seen on this? We're kind of working our way through. They've done some streams over the last few days, so we've kind of gone from the beginning, which is selecting this place on the map. Again, if anyone hasn't been here, we're just outside Bertrange in Luxembourg. Because that's where I wanted to farm. It's got. I did look at a few different places, and this had a nice lot of fields around and about. So there we go. Do. Let's get rid of the messages. Still perfect seabed. Carrots. That's good. We're on target for what we're expecting. Animals consume 36 and produce 310 of resources. The animals' fee, workers' wages, started seeding, asparagus. Excellent. That was the seedbed prep finished as well. Excellent. It's nice having the birds and whatnot tweeting in the background as well, and the buzzing of the bees and flies and stuff. Just a little bit of ambiance. I turn the music off because the music tends to distract me. On some games, the music can be copyright concerns when you stream, so I have a habit of turning it off. But there is a music backtrack as well, if you like having a bit of music to accompany. Luxembourg is nice, but you have to watch certain people who have a passport from there. Oh! I don't know what you could possibly mean, Wolfman. I had a lot of happy times in Luxembourg when I was out there, so there we go. Still. So how's our asparagus going over here? It's still 80%. Oh, no, it's 80% in terms of... It's not seeded yet, but it's 80% in terms of the applicability to the field. Oh, you know who I mean, and you know him well. Oh, I know who you mean, but I don't know why that would be a concern. Sure, it would all be fine. It is always a concern. Not for me. Not for me. It's always been an absolute wonder to me. Yeah, manual seeding after doing the automated seedbed preparation. I suppose we could look at seeing what we can get that would seed some of that stuff. Let's have a look. What would seed... that seeds corn. Don't have anything that's going to be able to seed the asparagus by the looks of it. That's fine, so that's why it's always manual. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We looked. It says that BAM is beyond concerning. I think Wolfman's just too sensitive at times, you know. It's There we go. So you're going to see now this is going to go down to having no grass left for the sheep to graze on. So they should, all 6 of them should flip up to our other field, other pasture for them. Just watch that go down. Go, it's gone down again. I'm deliberately not taking action. I want it to do it itself, just so we can see. Otherwise, it'll just prove me to be a liar. So, there we go. It's all gone, and there's no sheep there now. They have all moved up to here, to this secondary pasture. So, you make sure you've got a few pastures. One can be recovering whilst the other is nurturing the animals. So we've got asparagus growing, carrots growing, so I'm going to just do a little skip to the next action, which should be harvesting this field. So that's a good fast forward mode that takes us almost straight to the next action very quickly. Now we've got the root crop harvester digging up the carrots. So I'll go back to normal speed. Do, do, do.
All hands brace for impact.
So we're now got to get this field re-prepped. So we're going to go NPK. That. Okay. So that should get the field ready. Doesn't look like it needs irrigation, so that's fine. Hop, 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 hop. Okay, so this is... That's really not going to do as much as we want. That's only going to give us as much again. So we're going to be almost only half of the way for asparagus. That's going to hurt. Well, that one's short on potassium. Let's give that an NPK go. NPK go! This one an NPK go as well. Up, 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 up. That's a bit better. So that's hopefully stop that yield from getting worse. That's the fight in this game. Is to stop the health of the plant from deteriorating too far. We saw it yesterday where we planted strawberries down here and they went all the way to 0 and we had to go through the actions of harvesting, but we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing. So got to be paying attention to how well the crop fits and what it needs. I thought we'd get away with it. I thought we'd get something, but we didn't. Yeah. What's next? So it's going to be this field next, I think. Let's go forward a little bit. It rains and then it's sunny. So we're definitely going to get the carrots, because I think this field, even on its own, would finish up the carrots. Say it. That's it. Do that to it as well. So yeah, so we've got the carrots. I am very much concerned about the asparagus. There were another field I thought I could buy that would be better suited for the asparagus. I'd probably do that. There we go. So just trying to turn that field around. I think we've done that mostly. That's being harvested, so that's why we can't do anything with that one. So we're gonna get, yeah, less than a ton. Less than a ton. Okay, so we're going to try and get some water on this one in a moment. Oh, this one's harvesting as well. Okay. That's why. Maybe that's why the thing is giving me the incorrect information. A ton of carrots to come, even though we've got plenty already. Seeding asparagus back over on here. Probably need to put some of that on there. Some potassium back in there. That field's fine. Skip on. So we're going. Got ryegrass planned, but we might. Cancel that and try asparagus again, see if we can get enough. I'm going to put it right up close so that we can try and see if we can get enough. See what we can do there. Oh dear. Okay, so there we go. So let's see. Dime-spotted base wolf. Okay, what are we doing? Probably waiting for carrots to be harvested. Okay, harvesting asparagus. To wait and see. That has been harvested. So let's prep that. That's definitely prepped, so that's good. Just trying to keep an eye on all of these fields now. Starting to become a little bit more challenging as we get more, as you'd expect. That field ready, this field also. So doing the doings of doing this for everything. So did I initiate spraying on this one? Let's do that. It's to be done. This field is fertilizing. That's good, so we'll weed and irrigate that. Lots and lots of things to be tasked out. So we are about just under halfway. Did I just irrigate that again? Oh well. Not the worst thing in the world. Okay. I think all our fields are ready for their next seeding. On this one. This one's being seeded. Excellent. Those two seem to have fallen into a sync with each other, but that's okay. So let's go a little bit faster. So 1 day is 2.5 seconds. Imagine that. Goodness me. Some days it feels like it. Other days, less so. So this one, at least this time it's done it the correct way round. This one's being manually done and this one's being done by machine. We could probably avoid that by having more than one seedbed preparator. I don't think those are too expensive. Let's have a look. Seedbed preparator is 12,000, so that's not actually the most horrific thing in the world. Hold off for now, because it's a bit late in the year. Doodly-doo. Excellent, so we've got more asparagus being planted. I I very much doubt we're going to get there, but we'll try. We will try. This one. Nitrogen value, so we're going to whack an NPK on there. So it's just falling levels. Just to see if we can stop it from getting beyond. So irrigate it as well, because that's gone wrong colour. Try and be really attentive to our fields this time around. We've kind of left them to self-manage. Oh. Past. Still seeding. That's still preparing seedbed. That's still planned for ryegrass. Yeah, I think it's still going to be ryegrass. I may come to regret that decision, but so that's good. Do. And now I understand Quizzy's last comment. I was going with reading it all as one thing. So there was a dime-spotted base wolf, but it was a dime-spotted bass wolf. It was a brag, which is absolutely cool. And if anyone's going to teach Wolf how to fish, it's probably going to be Quizzy. So Wolfman is saying nothing. Funny that. Because you just wrote, I am saying nothing, therefore you are not saying nothing. It's a contradiction. It's a paradoxical statement, that. $5:35 a.m. again at your spot. Oh. That'd be a first time. Oh, the love is real, everybody. The love is real. We don't know who the love is for. We're not even sure that the love is real, but the love is real. Oh, dear. Okay, so this one's growing. Just really trying to maximize the values that we get out of our crop this time around. Good times around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Ah, cool. See, Quizzy's being nice and giving hints and tips to the beleaguered old wolfman. Just to try and help him be less of a disaster at fishing. She's respecting her elders, says Padgett. 65 feet out, says Quizzy. Yeah, absolutely. I know how up she is, it's just getting around to doing that. Quizzy says I'm older than Wolf. No one's older than Wolfman, Quizzy. Wolfman was the only, as it says when he comes in the channel, he is the only known witness to the Big Bang. Not the TV show, The Big Bang Theory, but the actual Big Bang. He was there. He saw it. Badger says milestone birthday next year? Question mark. Still doesn't count. Still doesn't count. You know how it works, Wolfman. Okay, so that one needs an NPK. We'll give it an NPK. Spook Badger says, yes, mate, 40 gain. Shut up. Bam says, Fad, did you know they found a school photo of Wolfman in a cave in France? He didn't go to... That doesn't sound right, Vam. He went to school when the Earth was still cooling. He must have been an imposter. Must have been doing like a what's that film? The woman that goes in the high school. He was doing one of those. So there we go. So we've got that going. Excellent. Oh, you were thinking of Jurassic Park. Yep, that's it, Vam. That's exactly it. Exactly right. Wolfman's gonna get this'll teach me for waking up on a Saturday. Oh dear. So we're doing well. I'm keeping it steady so that we can keep an eye on what is occurring. Don't need to worry about that field now because it's ryegrass. But we're trying to keep these other fields up to the maximum possible. Because we don't stand a chance unless we do. We might sneak it through, but I don't know. Some might say, is he ever awake? Well, yes. Quizzy's suggesting Jurassic Pork. I don't think any of us need that image of Wolfman. Just holding his head in his hands. Oh, yes. It does get that bad. It really does. It's worse than that, though, Badger. Do. Says, calm down, Quizzy, maybe you need a cold shower. Well, no, I'm not sure. Okay. Now we... Lots of things. Spraying for weeds. Being one of them. Anything to try and keep the yields up. Okay, this one again. Do, 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 do. Back some fertilizer on that one. Going to start to get into the temperature mismatches as well soon, because we're going into the end of the year. It's going to get colder. So do do do. 7.9 of a ton. 3. 2. Yeah. We might. I really might regret not changing that field over from ryegrass to asparagus. We might be very close and not quite there. But we're just going to have to keep going, see what we get. This is looking like 0.7 something of a ton. Which then means these 3 fields needs to give us 5 tons between them. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Time to harvest. That's odd. I don't think that's the right tonnage. But we'll see. See what we get. We'll see. We'll see. Then we'll go and check the storage, because if we haven't got enough storage to get the full 10 tons, then we might need to just buy a new storage building. With big farming comes big responsibilities. Well, with big contracts. I can't say we're big farming yet because we're still on small fields. Okay, so that was 751. So that's as expected. So we're now 5232, 10,000. We have, okay, that's planned for ryegrass. It's actually okay, so we're not going to do any actions on that. Going to go skippy time a little bit. Keep an eye on that. That. Going to give that another spray for weeds. Give that another NPK quickly. That one another NPK when that's finished, and a weed spray as well. Just throwing everything to try and get these yields to not dive too far. That's 2, that's 0.7, that's... We're not yet. Don't see that it's possible at the moment. Let's see. We'll see. Too cold for the chickens. It's too cold for the chickens. Mind you, it is October, I suppose. Also too cold for the sheep now. That's another spray for weeds. Okay, what are we doing now? What's that? Oh, that was the fertilizing. That's fine.
All hands brace for impact.
Okay, everyone on Twitch, apologies, you're going to get an advert in the next few minutes, potentially. I know sometimes it just does the squeeze the screen in and puts one alongside, but who knows? Who knows what we're going to get? So we're now harvesting this one. There's our harvesting dude. Da, da, da. Sam says, that's what I got Sato for. You just do the farming and spending money. Bad. It's all good fun. Do, do, do. Let's see what we got. Another teeny tiny little field there as well. Sato farm goes bust. So we're starting to get, as you can see, into the not having enough hours of sunshine. Again, in November, I can't manufacture more sunshine. No, you just need to do the boring parts yourself. Fair enough. Da, 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 da. So that's given us another 500 asparagus. Yeah, that's a disappointing amount. Very disappointing. We're just going to have to see where we get to. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hmm. We're still harvesting that one, are we? Oh no, that's the one that we hadn't harvested yet. Starting harvest on this one. Now is really, really going to be the time of truth. See if we can do anything to pull our way back to victory. Wonder what would happen if we were to go with asparagus there. Let's see. See what we get. Just desperately trying to claw it back. We'll whack some ryegrass on here, but we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that now. Come along, little harvesty peoples. Come along, little harvesty peoples. So that got us 666. Just take a screenshot of this. Just because there's a little bit of artifacting there, so hopefully that'll help. Still harvesting here. Yeah, harvesting ryegrass there. Come on, come on. Let's go faster. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So that's taken us up to 7,810. Should we get off of that? We need to do twice that to get this. Don't think we're going to do it, but 245 asparagus lost on nurturing field. Why was that? Because we didn't have enough storage space? Because I was going to look at storage space and I didn't. Let's do 6 tons. Let's do 10 tons. Can't see how much the capacity is used though. Can I? Might be helpful. There we go. Never mind. How much does it cost? Have refrigerated warehouse. Don't move so fast. That might have been some of our problem. In which case, yeah. Although it's only saying 245 asparagus lost. But that would have taken us to 8,000. Hmm. Hmm. So, cover the field. Be not going to be good, but we'll see. It's our last chance, really. Never confirmed planting of the ryegrass. Oops. Oops. Oh well. Oh dear. It's all gone horribly wrong. Focus, we were obsessed. Still not going to get them. So I'd be very surprised if we did. Now let's speed up. And Jeremy, go out. Let's try and get this done. See, we had the opposite there, where the equipment wasn't used for the big field. Okay, so we made some money, but we spent a lot again. As we took that loan, we bought that other field. 50 days left of our contract, so we're going to go until the end of the contract, win or lose. This is our make it or break it field, really. Do, 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 do. Ryegrass, that's fine. Let's keep things topped up. Going. Da, 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 da. See what yield we get. Looks like it's not going to be good enough. Where did our contract go? Contract's gone. We ran out of time. We didn't do it. Oh well. Don't think we got a penalty though. Or did we? Ooh. Let's have a look. We're down to not a lot of money. Fulfilled contracts. Did we get down that low? Okay. Well. Sell our asparagus and our carrots, since we're not going to get the money from the place. Sell our wool, their eggs. So that's given us some money back. So we're going to have to come back tomorrow afternoon. UK time's about 1:30, so about 2 hours from now starting tomorrow, and I'll be back. And we'll see what we can do to take it forward. We're now back up to at least having some money. We didn't make our contract, which is a shame because that would have been really nice. And unfortunately, the contracts are only growing in size. So because the contracts are not taking into account, they're just going year on year increased. I'm not sure we have the fields and stuff to get these contracts going. So we may have to skip them for a little bit. But we'll see. So that's where we've landed for today. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Let's not forget to save. And like I said, I will be back tomorrow. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching. For everyone on Twitch, do stand by. I'm just going to see if there's anyone available to raid. Not my normal time of day to be streaming, so it looks like not. So there's no one on my following list. So I'm going to say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to Wolfman, Vam, Quizzy, Jeremy, Badger. I said Vam already. And Wolfman, I think I said already. Yeah, thank you everyone for keeping me company in the chat. It's been fantastic to have your company. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I will be back again tomorrow with a little bit more Global Farmer ahead of its launch on Monday. So take care all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.